And now we move on to the fourth method, which is using the Selenium. The use case that I currently have is like I have this particular website called the tickertape.in, and they have a feature called market mode index. This is just a simple index that shows where the market is currently at, which is extreme fear, greed, or extreme greed. The key information that I'm interested is this particular one, right? The 64.05 is the proprietary score that this particular website generates, based on which the market mood is assigned. So all I'm interested is to kind of get this data. But the problem with this particular website is this is not, you cannot scrape it using the methods that we already discussed, because it uses JavaScripts heavily, and this particular data can only be scraped by using the method of Selenium, right? And how do we do this is, all you need to do is just inspect this page, and then you just need to find out what is the specific item that's related to this particular data. The way you can do it is just point to the data that you want, and you can clearly see this is the class that this particular data item points to, and then you can also see the value here, right? So all we need to do is just scrape the structure of the HTML page, go to this particular class, and then pick up the value that is available right beside it, right? So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. But we can't do this using any of the methods that we previously saw, and that's why we're going to be using Selenium for this. And here's the Python implementation for it. Pretty simple. You need to, of course, install Selenium and then WebDriver. These two items that you'll have to install as dependencies here. And then what we're trying to do is provide the URL where we want to actually scrape, and then a driver gets generated. The driver.get.url basically creates the driver object that we want. And then all we need to do is, using that driver, we need to find the specific class element that we talked about, right? That we saw on that particular website. So driver.find element, and then you're providing the path where it contains that particular class with the specific element ID that we just saw, right? This is the same element ID that we saw right in front of that class, right? So we are actually going to that, we are trying to find that element, going to that particular path, and then from there we are trying to extract the text alone that is associated with this class, right? So this is the class details that comes over here, and then from that we basically extracting the text alone, and that basically gets you the MMI score. And I've run this program, and clearly you can see the 64.05 being extracted from this one. Additionally, I've just put an additional logic to find out the verdict as well, which is greed here, right? So this exactly matches with what we saw on that particular website, and this is exactly how you use Selenium on websites that are basically heavily JavaScript dependent, that cannot scrape data using the previous method we just talked about.